there, my name is Asleon. Today we'll be talking about how I built my Ororon. Alright, so he is level 80 with an HP of 1552, attack of 1395, defense of 609, EM of 19. I really should get him some more EM. A crit rate crit damage of 54 over 109, ER of 126, and electro damage bonus of 46.6. And now, I have him on Mono's Moon. I have no idea if I'm saying that right. This is the bow I like most for him. Depending on the energy capacity of the team, he will get an additional attack bonus, or elemental burst damage bonus, not attack bonus. And it's got an attack subset. I really like that for him. I think the Stringless could also be a really good bow on him. It gives him some EM, it gives him skill damage bonus and burst bonus, which are both very nice for him. The Fofovia's War Bow is nice especially if you're having trouble keeping his energy up to a level that keeps his burst up. I've never had a problem with him not having his burst. Skyward Harp is really nice if I just want to have him do a lot more damage, and also if I were to play him as a DPS, on-field DPS is probably what I'd end up putting him on. And then the Alley Hunter, I think, is another really good one for him. It's got the attack bonus that increases his damage. I like Mono's Moon better for him because it's specifically the burst damage, and it does increase the damage more. I mean, that's basically it for his weapons. Now on to his artifacts. I currently have him on the Scroll of the Hero of Cinder City. I really like this set on him. I need to level up a few of his artifacts. I think most of them are leveled. Yeah, most of them are leveled. I was leveling them, and then I ran out of materials. I just don't have anything to level his artifacts. Anyway, I also think that Emblem of Seven Fate is a really nice set for him. I personally wouldn't put him on Obsidian Codex. It's not like it's a bad set for him, it's just not one I would personally use for him. I would also possibly put him on Noblesse Oblige, give him that on burst damage, and then have him increase the other party member's attack, put him in more of a support role, and then Thundering Fury to help his, electro charge damage, which would be really nice. But those are the sets I think I would put him on. Sands-wise, I have him on attack percent, electro damage bonus, attack percent sands, electro damage bonus goblet, crit or crit damage, whichever you want more of, and whichever his other artifacts have the least of. And now, on to his cons. Now, his C1 gives his E. So his E, when hitting an opponent, will bounce between them, I think 3 times, is the official count. This adds 2 to that. And then when the E hits them, to my understanding, when you have the passive... it took me forever to figure out how this works. If I understand correctly, you have to have this passive talent triggered, and then it does damage after the E hits. It might have to trigger something. I don't quite remember. It was, Night Station. That's the, Was it Hypersense or something else? I don't know. It took me forever. Yeah, it's Hypersense. Perfect. I gotta figure it out again. I figured it out before, and now I've forgotten. So, also a new branch went to take electric charge damage. Or consumes 7 Nitro points, entering Nitro Blessed state, triggering Hypersense. Deals Night Satellite electric damage based on 160% of Ororon's attack to 4 nearby opponents. Okay, so it's not based off what his E hits. That was a misconception of mine. I don't know where I came with that. Anyway, so that is how it works and increases that damage by 50%. Anyway, his C2. After he uses his burst, he gains 8. After using his burst, Ororon will gain this Spiritual Sense effect. This gives him 8% electro damage bonus. And anybody who is hit by the burst gives him another 8% electro damage bonus. Or an effect of the burst. I don't quite remember exactly what that was, but it was all within the burst, if I recall correctly. And then they gain up to 32% electro damage bonus. So we can get a really big electro damage bonus over that. Now his C3 just increases the level of his ult. His C4 increases the rate that his ult spins around by 25%, and it also gives him 8%, or sorry, it restores 8 energy after using Dark Voice Echoes, which I believe is his ult. Yeah. His C5 increases the level of his E, and his C6 is after triggering Hypersense, which is the thing we talked about earlier. It increases the active character's attack by 10% for 9 seconds, maximum of 3 stacks, so it can get up to 30%. And then when his burst is used, it will trigger an instance of Hypersense, dealing up to 200% of the original damage, which is really nice. Now, those are all of his cons. Now, team-wise, I personally like running him on the team with his bestie, Aoife. So I got Aoife, Farina, Jincho, and Ororon. Ororon's the only one supplying electro damage. I also sometimes run Kuki Shinobu with them instead of Jincho. I'll have Farina, and then, like, Aoife and Kuki will easily counteract Farina. I'm kind of testing to see if Aoife himself can counteract Farina's damage dealing. Ororon's going to be here to help support, and then Jincho and Farina are here for Hydro application. But really, you want to run Ororon with a Electro Charge team, so you want to run him with other Hydro characters. Honestly, I could also might put him on, like, not this. Characters, let me pull up Hydro characters. I probably run him on a Ayato team sometime, where I'd have, like, Ayato as the DPS, then I'd probably have, let's say Ororon, maybe Bennett. And then maybe still Lolly, and then we just have a lot of elemental reactions there, which would be really nice. I might try that team out sometime. Besides that, there are, at least I personally don't own too many Hydro DPSs. I don't think there are that many Hydro DPSs. I got a Yato. And that's it. But anyway, you want to run him on an Electro Charge team. A lot of his stuff runs off of that. Or at this point, Lunar Charge. They clearly added that to him once it became a thing, which I think is really nice. So you want to Electro Charge, Lunar Charge, one or the other. So once more characters come out, the characters that he's run with probably will change a little bit once some of the Nod Cry characters come out. But honestly, I don't care too much at the moment. I'm probably just going to keep this team being his team. If it don't die. Ha! Oh man, they're destroying him! Don't die. Please, guys, just don't die. Let me keep my, I don't think I'm on a streak right now. I'm pretty sure the last time I did something, they died. Let me start a streak of you guys not dying, and then next time... I think I'm actually planning on doing Aoife next, so if they don't die this time and they die next time, I'm going to be so sad. Bro's just ever so slightly... Okay, perfect. You're going to go... Watch him move. I don't even... Aoife, see if your ult will take him out. Nope. We're going to have to do a few shots. That was really easy. I think I'm doing Aoife next. According to my scheduled planner. So, hey, I could probably get a streak of 2 of not dying while fighting Child. But yeah, Ororon's not super difficult. You just want to use his E typically to get some energy. You throw his ult down, swap him out. They did really well. Super happy with how they played. Not that I haven't played them before. It's just when I played them before, this man had 0 leveled artifacts. And this guy also had like 2 level artifacts. They were not built. And of course I was running with him Shinobu. I'm probably going to keep Jincho on the team. I think he's good for this. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. And if you want to see more stuff like this, like I said, next week I think I'm going to be posting in how I built Aoife. And go subscribe if you like it. May you all have a blessed rest of your day or night, whichever time it is.